What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers. And I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. CNN is having a great week. I mean, this is hilarious. Um, I want to talk about the two people you see on the screen right here on your right. I'm going to start with Chris Cuomo first. Um, Chris Cuomo was out, I believe, at a restaurant somewhere, and he got approached by someone, and this person called him Chris Cuomo. This person called Chris Cuomo Fredo, alluding to uh, the character in The Godfather. Dude, for those who haven't seen this video, you need to see it. Chris Cuomo just loses it. He starts wilding out, saying just irrational ass shit. Like, this dude is the most emotional motherfucker on the planet. Off of nothing. This dude's talking about, oh, only right wing ass bitches call me Fredo. Right? And he goes, that's a slur. That's a slur to Italians. That's a derogatory slur. That's like the N word to black people. And I gotta say two things. Look, first of all, that's not a slur to Italian people. I've never heard anybody say Fredo towards an Italian person in a derogatory way. Never once. In fact, this is the first time I've heard anyone call someone else Fredo. Okay, usually the derogatory terms towards Italians that I've heard in my lifetime were Guinea, Wop, Dago. Those are derogatory terms towards Italians. You understand? And then furthermore, for this dude to turn around and say, well, it is like calling a black person the N word. It does not have the same. Oh my God, why do I have to explain this? It doesn't have the same weight as the word nigger. That's stupid. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. I'm not even gonna go into the history of it. Everyone knows what that is. But I mean, we'll just go on the whole what word has been around or term has been around longer. You understand? Like, come on. Fredo was a character that has been around in the 70s. Nigger, which is a word used to dehumanize people like me, has been around for generations. So what the fuck are you talking about, my dude? Like, you're just way off base. And then on top of it, this dude is running around talking about, oh, I'll fucking throw you down the stairs, fuck you. Dude, there was a bunch of fucking yo. This was when this dude decided to come out of his cuck shell and show his backbone. I mean, he's still a cuck to me for doing all this shit, but I mean, it's total night and day. Um, this dude was cursing this dude out, and then he turns around and the dude was like, "Well, if you're gonna do it, do it." He says something about along those lines, and then Chris Cuomo goes, "Why? So you could sue me?" And that's what kills me. It's like, dude, you know who the fuck you are. You're related to Andrew Cuomo. You're a brother to Andrew Cuomo. You come from money. If I mean, you make a lot of money on CNN. Uh, Dude, learn to you know your surroundings. You know that you're an easy target when it comes to litigation. I mean, he said it himself. So I don't know, bro. That whole situation was just too fucking funny to me. I was dying when I saw that shit. And I don't know. And then CNN, of course, is backing this dude up, um, saying, oh yeah, we stand by him and this and that. And these guys at CNN, they try to be moral arbiters. And this is the other thing that kills me too. When that whole Covington High School thing happened with Nick Sandman, the kid who was confronted by the Indian dude playing the drum, and the kid was wearing the MAGA hat, Nick Salmon or whatever. This fucking clown says, well, he should have learned to walk away. Well, why didn't you do that in this situation? I mean, so hypocritical, man. Anyway, let me move on to fucking this other dude that you see on the left, Don Lemon. These two are CNN's darlings, man. I mean, these two are basically the faces of CNN. This dude just now, just a few hours ago, I was reading this. He got accused of sexual assault. I mean, that is hilarious. I mean, you gotta laugh. It's funny because these guys are the propagators of believe all survivors, believe all women. Um, so I gotta say, Don Lemon, I mean, what do you want me to do? Listen, I'm going with your logic. I'm believing the survivors. Here, I'm gonna read it to you. I'm reading it off the Hill. CNN host Don Lemon has been sued by a New Jersey man accusing Lemon of assaulting him and making lewd remarks to him at a bar. Oh, God, this is great. Listen to this. Dustin Heiss, a bartender in the Hamptons who was off work, said in court documents obtained by Mediate that Lemon approached him after Heiss had previously offered to buy him a drink and vigorously rubbed his genitalia. This is Don Lemon rubbing his dick. Removed his hand, shoved his index and middle fingers in the plaintiff's mustache under the plaintiff's nose. Lemon then allegedly asked Heiss, "Do you like pussy or dick?" Yo, that is hilarious shit. And let me tell you something. I mean, all these guys, I keep telling you, how many times have I said it for years? All these guys that like to virtue signal and talk all this shit, it always comes back to haunt them. There's always some skeleton that they have. This is the same thing with Cory Booker. A lot of people have forgotten about that Me Too allegation where he supposedly groped some dude in a in a bathroom and said what was the line that this not senator, this delegate would like to thank you for his for your service. Yo, these niggas are wild, man. Oh shit. But yeah, CNN, my God, you made my week. You did. I mean, along with the whole Sarah Silverman nonsense, I love how the left is starting to eat their own. I mean, like I said, you guys propagate this bullshit and you get caught up in your own mess. It's usually those same people. I mean, come on. Yeah, I want to see how that Don Lemon thing and this Chris Cuomo thing. Oh yeah, back to the Chris Cuomo thing, dude. Instead of you know how he could have avoided that whole thing. He could have simply said, "Hey, man," and he kind of did do it in the video to his credit, but he started wilding out. That's where he fucked up. If he just said, "Hey, man, my name's Chris. Just call me Chris. I appreciate it." Yo, shit would have been fine. And even after the whole thing, if he owned it and said, "Hey, listen, you know what? I felt I was baited, maybe, and I overreacted." Maybe people would have had a shred of respect for you, but I certainly don't. And a lot of people, what they're gonna do now is they're gonna monetize it. I've already seen it. I think one of these sites, actually, I think it's The Hill, if I'm not mistaken. Um, they already have Fredo unhinged shirts that they're selling, and when people see you, they're gonna be calling you Fredo. I mean, and then the other thing is, there's a video, or he was on a radio interview. I saw it. The New York Post, I think they posted it, where he was on a radio interview where he called himself Fredo, where I forget who was interviewing him, and the host was saying, you got your brother Andrew, then we got you. They were making a comparison to the Godfather. Then he himself said, "Well, who am I, Fredo?" And he laughed about it. Then he has shout out to ABL, Anthony Brian Logan, great channel. Subscribe to him if you get a chance. But he pointed out how he's had people on his show. I believe Anna Navarro on his own show used the term Fredo, and guess what? He wasn't offended. So this is all fake outrage as usual. Just want to point that out. Yeah, that's it. Fuck y'all. At CNN, that is. And your fake outrage. I just thought that I would share my happiness with the news that's coming from CNN right now. Not their fake news. I like this news. This is hilarious. Chickens coming home to roost, baby. But anyway, that's it. Please like, upvote my shit, share my shit everywhere you can, because YouTube is throttling me, and that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate, most of all subscribe, and that's it. Peace, bitches.